Congratulations on Eternity's Gates.
Thank you.
What a terrific opportunity for an actor to play someone like Vincent van Gogh.
It was a great opportunity, and what made it special is the director was a painter. He had a very personal relationship and view of Van Gogh, so that made the point of view of the movie very special.
We tend to romanticize about Vincent van Gogh. There's songs about him and, of course, other movies. But he was a tremendously gifted painter, as well as someone who's under a great deal of stress, not only from his talent, but emotional stress. Did you discover that as well?
Well, what I tried to concentrate really on what he did. I concentrated on the painting. He said, "I am my paintings," and I felt like the painting, the physical act of painting, the mental act of seeing in a different way, really opened me up to understanding or imagining who he was a little better. That, married with the letters that he wrote to his brother, that was a lot of material to digest and work with.
Did you discover anything about him in your research that we don't know?
Many things, but I think the thing that strikes me is he's always seen as the kind of poster boy for the tortured artist. But in reading his letters and kind of enjoying painting, I found the joy, the ecstasy that he did find in his work.
Is there a specific process that you have as an actor to accept a role? I mean, does a role have to have a certain amount of depth? Does it have to speak to you in a certain way?
You know, you don't know until you get there, but it's always a mix of concerns. I mean, this was special because I like the director very much. I've known him for many years. I know him as a painter. I've been with him in the studio. I love how he paints, and he makes movies like he paints. Not only is he a great painter, but he's a great filmmaker. So this was a great opportunity, and then of course Van Gogh is a very interesting figure, and I also knew that I'd have to learn things. I'd have to learn how to paint. I also knew we'd be shooting in France in the actual locations where he was. So this is all very attractive because it creates the promise of learning something and the possibility of a shift of your understanding and a transformation, really.
The time that Van Gogh spent in France changed him. It changed his art as well, and this movie is about that time he spends in France.
Which was the most prolific time. I mean, he basically was painting, toward the end of his life, he was painting a painting a day. Very prolific, very engaged in his work, very connected to his work.
Our time is so short, and in our final seconds together, I want to ask you, what other projects are you working on? Are you going to be stepping behind the camera, maybe directing and producing soon?
You know, acting is something that I still really enjoy and find challenging and different each time I make a project. So I've got some movies that will be coming out. Right now I'm working on a movie for Disney called Togo. Now's a good period because there's an opportunity to do a range of things. But no, I'm a performer. That's still what I'm doing. I mean, I'm also a filmmaker because I like to collaborate with the director, but basically I'm a performer.
Willem, I want to thank you for the time we've spent together today. The film is At Eternity's Gates. You play Vincent van Gogh. It is a marvelous piece and a marvelous film. Thank you again.
Thank you.